Morning students. Today I am going to continue the session relations and functions. So we are going to solve this problem. Show that the relation R in the set of integers given by R is equals to AB such that 2 divides A minus B is an equivalence relation. What is an equivalence relation? If the relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then only it is called as an equivalence relation. If all the three conditions should satisfy, then only it is called as an equivalence relation. In the previous class we have discussed what is a reflexive relation. A set R is said to be reflexive if A belongs to A comma A belongs to R. So then it is called as reflexive relation. So in the previous class I have wrote this statement also, the definition of reflexive, symmetric and transitive. For all A belongs to A implies AA belongs to the set R. If it is symmetric, if for all AB belongs to A, AB belongs to R implies BA should also belongs to R. Then only it is called as symmetric. Whereas in transitive, ABC should belongs to the set A. Then AB should belongs to R. BC also should belongs to R. Implies AC is also belongs to the set R. Then only it is called as an equivalence relation. So we are going to write this question. Show that the relation R in the set Z of integers given by R is equals to AB. So the condition is given here. R is equals to AB such that 2 divides A minus B. Okay, is an equivalence relation. Which is the first relation? The first relation is reflexive. So before that we should write AB belongs to the set R implies 2 divides A minus B. Is it 2 divides 0? The first one. 2 divides 0. 2 divides 0. Is it right now? So what does it imply? 2 divides A minus C. Correct now? 2 divides A minus A. So what is A minus A? So implies AA should belongs to the set R. So AA should belongs to the set R. Therefore R is reflexive. R is reflexive. We have to write AB belongs to R implies 2 divides A minus B. So reflexive. 2 divides 0, no. 0 is nothing but A minus B. A is related to A. 2 divides A minus A. So it means to say that A belongs to the set R. R is reflexive. Then what you have to show that? R is transitive. Okay. Is it R is transitive? So second condition. AB belongs to R implies 2 divides A minus B. We can also write that 2 divides minus of A minus B. Correct no? Minus of A minus B. So implies 2 divides, instead of minus of A minus B, we can also write B minus A, because minus A minus into minus plus B, which is nothing but B minus A. So 2 divides B minus A. If 2 divides A minus B is AB belongs to R. If 2 divides B minus A is this BA should belongs to R. It implies BA also should belongs to R. So if AB belongs to R, implies BA belongs to R. Therefore it is symmetric. If AB belongs to R, implies BA should also belongs to R. Then only it is called as symmetric. Okay. For all AB belongs to the set A. It is there in the set A. Okay. So AB belongs to R means B should also belongs to R. You understood the exam? First one is we have to do it for reflexive. 2 divides 0. The 2 divides 0 can be written as A minus A. Every that is related to itself. A is related to itself. A minus A is 0. So A belongs to the set R. Whereas in symmetric relation, AB belongs to R means 2 divides A minus B. 2 also divides, it also divides 2 also. It also divides minus of A minus B now. So 2 divides B minus A. 2 that is B minus A. So B should also belongs to the set R. Hence it is which one? What is this condition called? Hence R is symmetric. Hence R is symmetric. Okay? It is important question 3 marks. Question paper problem. This one is question paper problem. What we have to do it for next? So, transitive. R is transitive. How we are going to write this one? AB belongs to R implies 2 divides A minus B. 2 divides A minus B. If AB belongs to R means 2 divides A minus B. What is next one? AB after AB? BC. BC belongs to R. Implies what we have to write? 2 divides B minus C. So 2 divides B minus C. What we have to write? If AB belongs to R implies 2 divides A minus B and BC belongs to R means 2 divides A minus B. So this AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R. What does it imply? AC should also belongs to R. So it also belongs to R implies 2 divides A minus C. Okay. So A minus B plus A plus C. A minus B plus B minus C. After this, A minus C. So what does it write? What we have to write? So it means AC should also belongs to R. AC should also belongs to R. So AB belongs to R means 2 divides A minus B. BC belongs to R means 2 divides B minus C. A minus B plus B minus C. So A minus C. So 2 divides A minus C implies AC belongs to R. Therefore, transitive condition also satisfies. Hence, it is an equivalence relation. Hence, it is an equivalence relation. If all the 3 conditions satisfies, then it is called as an equivalence relation. Okay? Next question. On the set Z of integers, on the set Z of integers, R is equals to xy, R is equals to xy, such that x minus y is an integer. X minus y is an integer. It is also question paper problem for 3 marks. What we have to write first? Xy should belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer. Okay, you know the integer set in between 0 is come towards right side of 0, positive integers, that is 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. Towards left side of 0, that is negative integers, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 up to infinity. We have to show that x belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer. Is 0 is an integer? Is it 0 is an integer? Yes. So 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay. 0 is belongs to the integer. Okay. 0 is an integer. Is it 0 is an integer? Yes, 0 is an integer. So first one we have to check it for reflexive now. So what is reflexive condition? So if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Reflex means for all A belongs to A comma A belongs to R. So 0 is an integer. How it will be 0 coming? 0 is nothing but x minus x, no. If x minus x, it is going to be 0. So x minus x is an integer. So there we are changing the variable AB. Here also you can change xy, AB as xy. X minus x is an integer. How we are going to write for this one? Xx belongs to R. Therefore, R is reflexive. R is reflexive. So xy belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer. 0 is an integer. 0 is x minus x is an integer. So x minus x can be written as x is related to x, it is there in the set R. So R is reflexive. What we have to do it? Next one. So R is reflexive. Next one is symmetric. R is symmetric. So second one, xy belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer. So implies minus of x minus y, no. Minus of x minus y is also an integer, no. Negative. Minus of x minus y is also an integer. Minus of x minus y is also an integer. Minus of x minus y is also integer. How you are going to write for this one? Y minus x is an integer. Y minus x is an integer. So xy belongs to R means x minus y is an integer. Y minus x is an integer means yx should belong to the set R. So yx should belong to the set R. So this condition satisfies xy belongs to R implies yx belongs to R. Therefore R is symmetric. Therefore R is symmetric. Therefore R is symmetric. What we have to do it? So reflexive is over, symmetric is over, and we have to check it for transitive. You know the reflexive definition for all A belongs to A comma A belongs to R. And the set A is related to itself. Okay, A should be related to itself. For example, 2 related to 2. So x minus x is equals to 0. 0 is an integer. So next one we have to check it for symmetry. If xy belongs to R, x minus y is an integer. We have to use this. What is there in the set R? No. According to this, we have to write the equations like this. if xy belongs to R, it implies x minus y is an integer. Minus of x minus y is also an integer now, because we can check the integer set. Positive integers, negative integers. So y minus of x minus y can be written as y minus x is an integer. So if it is xy belongs to R, x minus y is an integer. Y minus x is an integer means yx belongs to the set R. So R is symmetric. Then what we have to check it? Transitive, right? Transitive. Transitive relation. So xy belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer. Then what we have to write? If xy belongs to R. Next yz. Okay, we have to write it for yz. Correct? No? Yz belongs to R. Implies what we have to write here? Y minus z is an integer. It implies x minus y plus y minus z is an integer. Is it right now? X minus y plus y minus z is an integer. So, implies x minus z is an integer. Is an integer. What we have to write? If xy belongs to R means x minus y is an integer. If yz belongs to R means y minus z is an integer. So, x minus z. If xy belongs to R, yz belongs to R, it implies xz also belongs to R. It is satisfying, okay? xy, yz and xz. So, x minus z is an integer. Therefore, so it is R is transitive. R is transitive. So if all the conditions satisfies, if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, what is going to be called as? It is an equivalence relation. Hence, R is an equivalence relation. Okay? What is an equivalence relation? If the relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it is called as an equivalence relation. If all the three conditions satisfies, then only it is called as an equivalence relation. So you should know the relations properly. Okay? So what is reflexive? We should recall it, writing again and again. For all A belongs to A belongs to R. This one is reflexive, okay? Symmetric. Symmetric. For all AB belongs to A implies AB belongs to R. So BA should also belongs to R. Transitive. For all ABC belongs to A implies AB belongs to this one, right? Implies AB belongs to R and BC should also belongs to R, implies AC also belongs to R. This one is called as an equivalence relation. Okay? So next example. We have to recall those definitions. Let T be the set of all triangles. Set of all triangles in a plane. In a plane. Let T be the set of all triangles in a plane with a relation R. With a relation R in T given by R is equals to T1, T2 such that T1 is congruent to T2. So it is also question paper problem for 3 marks. Okay. Let T be the set of all triangles in a plane with a relation T given by R is equals to T1, T2 such that T1 is congruent to T2. What we have to write? Solution. So T1, T2 belongs to R. Okay, belongs to R implies T1, the triangle T1, triangle also can write. Triangle T1 is congruent to T2. The triangle T1 is congruent to T2. First, what we have to check it? Reflexive relation. What is reflexive relation? We know that every triangle is congruent to itself. Is it right? Every triangle is congruent to itself. We know that the triangle T1 is congruent to T1. You know that the triangle T1 is congruent to T1. So T1 belongs to R. Hence it is reflexive. Know that? What we know that every triangle is congruent to itself. Every triangle is congruent to itself. Okay, implies T1 is congruent to triangle T1. T1 is congruent to triangle T1. So implies T1 belongs to the set R. Therefore, R is reflexive. R is reflexive. Okay. First, we have to write the reflexive relation. We know that every triangle is congruent to itself. It means to say that the triangle T1 is congruent to T1. So T1 is congruent to T1. So T1 belongs to the set R. Hence, it is reflexive relation. What is next? Next one is we have to check it for symmetry. Okay. So solution. Next one is symmetry. T1, T2 belongs to R. T1, T2 belongs to R. It means to say that triangle T1 is congruent to T2. Triangle T1 is congruent to T2. It also implies triangle T2 is congruent to T1. Congruent to T1. So triangle T2 is congruent to T1 means T2, T1 belongs to R. Okay. T1, T2 belongs to R. If T1, T2 belongs to R, implies T2, T1 also belongs to R. Hence it is symmetric. The triangle T1 is congruent to T2. Also, the triangle T2 is also congruent to T1. So, if T1, T2 belongs to R, it also implies T2, T1 also belongs to R. Hence, it is which relation? Hence, it is symmetric relation. Hence, R is symmetric. Hence, R is symmetric. Okay, you understood this? We have to check we have to write the relation R first. It is given in the problem. So T1, T2. So T1, T2 such that T1 is congruent to T1. So T1, T2 belongs to the R. After that, triangle T1 is congruent to T1, T2. After that, we have to check it whether it is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. What is the next one? Transitive. Third one is transitive. We know that triangle T1, T2 belongs to R, implies triangle T1 is congruent to T2. What we have to write first? And T2, T3. T2, T3 also belongs to R. Implies triangle T2 is congruent to what? Congruent to T3. Okay. If T1, T2 belongs to R, triangle T1 is congruent to T2. T2, T3 belongs to R, triangle T2 is congruent to T3. What we have to write for next? So, triangle. What? Triangle T1 is congruent to T3. So, triangle T1 is also congruent to T3. Triangle T1 is also congruent to T3. Implies T1, T3 belongs to R. You know the condition transitive. If for all ABC belongs to A, AB belongs to R, BC also belongs to R. Implies AC belongs to R. If AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R. Implies AC also belongs to R. This is the transitive relation condition. If for all ABC belongs to the set A, implies AB belongs to R and BC is also belongs to R. So it implies AC should also belongs to R. Then only the condition satisfies. So here the condition is satisfies. So these are all important questions what we have done till here now. So worked examples, exercise problems, similar problems you have to practice it. All the problems we are going to do it on the board, okay? Students, you just practice it. That is much enough. Worked examples also you have to practice. Exercise problems, miscellaneous problems. Go through the textbook. you will get similar problems. You just practice it. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow I am going to discuss about the topic functions. Okay. This one is relations. Tomorrow's is functions. One-to-one function, on-to function, bijective function. Okay. Next one. Show that the relation R. Show that the relation R is defined as R is equals to A comma B such that A is less than or is equals to B. A is less than or is equals to B. Is reflexive and transitive. Reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. But not symmetric. Show that the relation R is defined as R is equals to AB such that A less than or is equals to B is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. What is reflexive? The first one. R is reflexive. Correct now? R is reflexive. Why is it reflexive? As A is related to A, or A belongs to R. R is reflexive as A less than or is equals to A, for A belongs to R. We can give counter examples in examination also. This one is the general condition. After that, we have to give the counter examples. Then only in award marks. So you can give any examples. 2 is less than or is equals to 2. Is it 2 is equals to 2 or no? 2 is related to 2. 2 is equals to 2. So for 2 belongs to R. Okay? So therefore R is reflexive. Because why I am taking this means it is there in the set R. That one only we have to take. Okay. R is equals to AB such that A less than or is equals to B. Here it is reflexive relation now. That is why we are taking this A less than or is equals to A. A is related to A itself. So 2 is equals to 2. For all 2 belongs to R. Next, what we have to write next? Next one is R is what? Not symmetric. R is not symmetric. We'll just check, okay, why it is not symmetric. What is the condition? Symmetric condition. If AB belongs to R means BA should also belongs to R, no. But what is R here? So if A less than or is equals to B does not imply B less than or is equals to A. We can give the counter examples. Consider, take A is equals to 3, B is equals to 4. What will happen? B is less than or is equals to 4. Is it implies 4 addition is possible? Is it possible? Of course, this 3 is less than or is equal to 4. It is less than 4. Is it 4 is less than 3? No, no, it does not imply. So it does not imply. We can give the counter examples for this problem, okay? In the examination, we have to give the counter example. 3 less than or is equal to 4, 4 less than or is equal to 3. But here you can also write, but this is not possible, no. You can also write like this, okay. So therefore R is not symmetric. Next, what we have to write? R is not symmetric, R is reflexive. Next, R is transitive. R is transitive. You know transitive relation. What is R is transitive? If A is less than or is equal to B and B is less than or is equal to C, implies A should also less than or is equal to C. Correct? No. For all A, B, C belongs to A, AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, implies AC belongs to R. Okay? Take A is equals to 2, B is equals to 3, and C is equals to 4. We can substitute here. 2 is less than or is equals to 3, and 3 is less than or is equals to 4, implies 2 is also less than or is equals to 4. Correct, no? A less than or is equals to B, B less than or is equals to C, implies A less than or is equals to C. So if I take the counter examples, A is equals to 2, B is equals to 3, C is equals to 4. So 2 less than or is equals to 3, 3 less than or is equals to 4, implies 2 is also less than or is equals to 4. So R is transitive. Here only the symmetric relation is not satisfied, no, it is satisfying reflexive and transitive, but symmetric is not going to be satisfied, okay. This one is also important, 3 marks question. These are all 3 marks problems. You have to practice all this in the last day, in the yesterday's also 3 marks question we have practiced, and this is also 3 marks question. For 3 to get 3 marks, we have to practice all this. So students should not get neglect. We have to practice it. Okay? Check whether the relation real numbers to AB such that A is less than or is equals to B cube is reflexive, symmetric or transitive. Before this, we should know what is real numbers. What are real numbers? Students should know this. Otherwise, no, we don't know what we are going to do it. Okay? What is real numbers? Any numbers that can be found on the number line is called the real number. Any number that can be on the number line, entire number line. Okay, entire number line is the real number. This is the universal set. Okay, the real number is considered as the universal. Okay. What are real numbers? Any numbers that can be found on the number line means. So the set of natural numbers also comes. What are natural numbers? Counting numbers are called natural numbers. So 1 is the smallest natural number. Right now 1 is the smallest natural number. That is equals to n is equals to 1, 2, 3. Only 3 dot we have to write. Okay, to write the infinite set, only 3 dot is enough. So this is set of natural numbers. So what are whole numbers? Whole numbers is W is equals to 0, 1, 2 up to infinity. So W is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. This is set of whole numbers. Set of whole numbers. Next, what are integers? Integers you know now. What are integers? 0, we'll write like this. Already I have written so many times. 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So 0 is either positive or negative. Right side of 0 is positive integers. Positive integers. Left side of 0 are negative integers. Negative integers. So these are all comes under the real numbers. Okay, any number that can be found on the number line is called the real number. Any number that can be found on number line is called the real number. In real number, all these things comes. This one is without decimals. What are with decimals? With decimals are rational numbers, irrational numbers. You know the rational numbers definition. It should be in the form of P by Q, right? Q is equals to P by Q. Where PQ are integers. Where PQ are integers. Where Q should not be equals to 0. PQ, P comma Q are integers. PQ are integers and Q should not be equals to 0. This is rational number. Rational numbers should be expressed in the form of P by Q, where PQ are integers and Q should not be equals to 0. Then only it is called as rational numbers. So in the rational numbers, that is terminating decimals, these are all comes under decimals. Okay, this is with decimals, this one is without decimals. So with decimals, so terminating decimals, non-terminating decimals will come. Okay, so and irrational numbers, whereas irrational numbers cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. It does not have the ratio. Okay, for example, root 2, pi, e and root 3, etc. These are all irrational numbers. All this comes under the real numbers. Okay, Real numbers means any numbers that can be found on the number line is called the real number. So these are all comes natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, set of integers. In that positive integers, negative integers along with 0. And after that these are all without decimals. Without decimals. And here, so rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers terminating and non-terminating decimals. And irrational numbers. These are all comes under the real numbers. So it is therefore it is called as the universal set. Real number is considered as the universal set. So it is real number. Okay, we can give the counter examples. So counter examples we can give. So for this question, what we have to write? We have to give the counter examples. No, you should know this, students. We have to check it. R is reflexive. We have to check it. Reflexive. First one is reflexive. We have to check it. What is reflexive statement? A less than or is equals to A cube. Counter example. Take A is equals to 1 by 2. So what will happen? 1 by 2 less than or is equals to 1 by 2 whole cube. I am taking this condition, okay? Is it? 1 by 2 is 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8. Is it 1 by 2 is less than or is equals to 1 by 8? No, this condition is does not satisfy. Therefore, R is not reflexive. Okay, decimals 1 by 2 less than or is equals to 1 by 2 whole cube. So which does not satisfy. Because why this does not satisfy? 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 8. You should know 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 8. Therefore, R is not reflexive. Next one, what we have to do? Symmetric, no? Symmetric. R is symmetric. What is symmetric condition? If A less than or equal to B cube implies B is also less than or equal to A cube, then only this condition satisfies. You can give any counter examples which satisfies this. Take A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. 1 is less than or is equal to 2 cube. What is 1? Is 1. So 2 cube is 8. So 1 is less than 8. But it should also satisfy. So 2 less than or is equal to 2 cube. So is it 2 is less than 8? This one is true. Is it this one is true? No. 2 is not. This 2 cube greater than 2 cube. 2 cube also we have to write more. 1 minute. A cube. A cube is 2 cube should less than 1. A 2 cube is 8. Is it 8 is less than 1? No. So this condition not satisfies. Why it is not satisfied? Because 2 is not less than 1. So hence it is not symmetric. what is next one? We have to check it. R is transitive. R is transitive. What is transitive relation? A is less than or equals to B cube. A is less than or equals to B cube, and B is less than or equals to C cube. A is less than or equals to B cube, and B is less than or equals to C cube, implies A should also less than or equals to C cube. This is the transitive condition. A less than or equals to B cube and B is also less than or equals to C cube, implies A less than or equals to C cube. We consider A is equals to 100, B is equals to 5 and C is equals to 2. A is equals to 100, B is equals to 5 and C is equals to 2. Check it what will happen. 100 less than or equals to B cube. So 5 cube. So 5 5s are 25. 125 no. So this one is true. And B 5 less than or equals to C cube. C cube. This is 5. 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. It is also true. But what should also becomes? These two conditions satisfies. Okay. 100 less than or equals to 5 cube is true, and 5 less than or equals to 2 cube is also true. What does it imply? A should also less than or equals to C cube. A, what is A? 100 less than or equals to C cube is 2 cube. Is 100 less than or equals to 8? So, false. So these conditions satisfies, but this does not satisfy. Hence, it is not transitive. Hence, it is not transitive. Therefore, the relation R is neither reflexive nor symmetric transitive. Okay. So you should, I think you are following. Students, I will send the notes through WhatsApp group. I will send the science group. Okay. Practice it. Okay, you have to practice it thoroughly. Tomorrow I am going to discuss some of the topic functions. Till here, what I have done is relations. Okay, relations. This is much enough. You get practice it. You just go through the textbook, workbook examples, exercise problems, go through the definitions first, recall the definitions, miscellaneous problems, and we'll discuss it later, okay? After this, if you have any doubt. Thank you.